Hey, how's it going, guys? Today I'm checking out the Dragon Touch Max 10 Plus tablet, available for around $155 on Amazon. Now I believe this price will come down over time, maybe sooner than later, because it's just came out, so they might have a shortage of supply. And the other reason is because we've seen tablets around this spec level be at around $130 or less, like the OLED 10 tablet. And what I mean by that is that this has a 1080p display. It shows on the front here. A 10.1 inch full HD display. There's quantum dot technology, not sure if that's anything special. Eye care, Octa-Core processor, Android 10, and a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. So again, this is stuff that we've seen, like I mentioned before, on cheaper tablets. But there is something that stands out, and I'll get to that more in just a moment. On the back here, it goes a little more in depth that it mentions that the screen is 1920 by 1200. It's a front 5 megapixel camera, 8 megapixel rear autofocus. I wouldn't get hyped up about the autofocus at all. I've seen that. It's alright. Wi-Fi, Max 10 Plus the name, and 3 gigs of RAM, 32 gigabytes of storage, and again the Octa-Core processor. Really nothing much around the packaging here. After you take out the plastic, you can just slide this out, and inside the box you get, it's a cover, the tablet itself. Underneath that you get a power outlet. It's not fast charging, it doesn't have fast charging. USB Type-C cable, a user manual, and then what's this here? Oh, it's free 2-year warranty. This look has been pretty standard for all the Dragon Touch tablets that I've seen. You've got the camera on top with LED flash, and the back is a metal body except for the top and bottom, probably where the antennas are located. There's a texture on there. Not sure if you can see on my camera. I'm trying to zoom in. I mean, it is daytime out, but I digress. Anyways, on top you've got the USB Type-C port, and nothing else on top. Nothing on this side. On the bottom you've got 2 speaker grills. And on the right side you've got the reset button. Man, I don't know why it's so dark. Reset button, volume keys, and power button. Yeah, not sure why it's so hard for my thing to focus. Oh, and a headphone jack on top there. This is what I was talking about earlier. By the way, the front camera is in the middle there. The screen here is an OLED screen, and it actually looks nicer than the other tablets I've tried. The picture quality looks a little more vibrant and beautiful overall. And that's what they're kind of trying to hype up here. And while it does look nice, the one thing I wish they did was make this fully laminated, because you can still see there's a bit of gap in the screen. And that's pretty unfortunate to see, because a fully laminated screen looks pretty nice versus a non-laminated one, because it kind of looks cheap. I mean, this still looks nice, don't get me wrong. Anyways, out of the box, it looks like there's not much bloatware, so you're going to be getting a near stock Android experience. And as of storage, there's 24.5 gigs free out of the box. So that's quite a decent amount. Oh, and how could I forget? I forgot to show where the micro SD card is located. It's underneath this here. Let me see if I can kind of get the right zoom angle here. And just take this piece out. They made it a little easier than the previous years, and the micro SD card tray is right down there. I don't know why it's so dark. I'm sorry, guys. I wish there's a way to kind of fix that. Should probably get some LED lighting for the future. One thing you may notice here is that it shows that there are 2 SIM trays, but there's actually, or SIM slots, but there's actually nothing really down there. I don't know why they have that. It must be kind of an error. I went outside to take a picture, and the quality is pretty poor. It's just terrible. It's kind of funny because they try to hype up these cameras like, oh, 8 megapixel rear, 5 megapixel front camera, when it's really nothing special. And one other thing is, when I was outside, the screen was like impossible to see, even at full brightness, which is kind of the norm right now. Now here's the front camera. It's just good enough for a Skype call. That's pretty much it. Yeah, and you can read Canon zoom lens, so it's acceptable. On your computer or laptop. I know it's a small thing. Videos on here you can watch at 1080p. In some videos that do play at 4K, you will see an option to watch at 1440p or 4K. But when you do, the screen will just turn black. You're not going to be able to see anything. Not that the tablet crashes or anything. The video will just turn black and you won't be able to watch anything. there's no point in really watching anything at 1440p or 4K because this is a 1920 by 1200 display. So speaker on the bottom, it's tinny. It only gets a little loud, nothing special there. And you're limited to, I think, 50 frames because this is a 50 Hz screen, unfortunately. 60 Hz would have been really nice. The other downside is you can't watch videos on Netflix in full HD 1080p because the wideband security is L3, level is L3. So that means you can only watch videos up to 540p on most streaming platforms like Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime Video. On performance, it seems like this gets a pretty low score. The single core is around 148 and multi-core is around 718. Doesn't come close to really anything besides the Xiaomi Redmi Note 7. But using the browser, oh, by the way, there is a vibration function on here. I know some people prefer to have that on their tablets. Most of them. Some have them, some don't. This one does. Going back to it, this seems like it's pretty decent to do some web browsing here and there. You may notice some slight delays and just a bit of stuttering, especially when you zoom in and out. It might take a little longer to load. It hasn't really affected my performance at all in a negative way. Like, I can tolerate this easily, no problem. First game I'm checking out here is Roblox. It definitely seems like it's a little slower than usual, but somewhat playable, I want to say. I mean, the frame rate isn't completely smooth, especially when you get into combat. Just right now, let's see if we can kill this guy. Oh, what? This guy's running away. Yeah, keep running. Alright, let's see. Let's see if we can get into a fight here. This game is kind of silly, but hey, to each their own. Take it how you will. I would say this is acceptable. Maybe it's not completely playable. I just don't know how to play this game too well. Roblox. Next game is COD Mobile. The graphics are set to low, frame rate's medium, and the frame rate is not going to be completely smooth. It might be alright. Yeah, it still looks playable. This is meant to be played at, like, it's optimized for low-end devices, so I wouldn't really expect a problem here. Oh, who's killing me from behind? Alright, cool. Wanted to check out one more high-end game, and this one is Honkai Impact Third Dial. I was trying to download Genshin Impact, but it does not show up in the Play Store. I guess I'm assuming it's not supported on this, so it can't really handle high-end games too well. I mean, this is actually handling Honkai Impact pretty well, better than what I expected at least. Overall, I'd say this tablet is decent. I guess it's a step up from the other ones just because it has an OLED screen, even though it's not fully laminated. This could be good as a digital picture frame alternative because those things can be pretty expensive, and this has more features as a tablet. But if you're looking for more performance, I'd also recommend checking out the VastKing KingPad K10. I actually have it right here, and I should have a video on it soon, if not already, that I'll link down below, or I'll have an end screen somewhere. So be sure to check this out, and leave a like if you found this video helpful, and subscribe if you want to see more. As always, thanks for watching.